Look at these.
There they are. There the shades are. Looking like Macho Man.
Got my J Money care package.
What up? What up, my J Money Care Package? What
Yeah,
up?
I got
What
my
up,
J Money
guys?
care package.
Welcome to another show, man. It's NBA Talk with Jay, man. We got our guy Ronald Cabang from Sports Memo. We got Tony Mahia from Wager Talk as well, man. Always trying to get some cash. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get some cash, man. What's up with you, Ronald? Everything cool with you, my brother? And kick it over to Tony.
Yeah, man. Everything's all good here. I took a day off from betting because I didn't, obviously no NBA. Still trying to figure out the MLB, what's going on there. And I was getting prepared for the WNBA first day of the season today, so I'm pumped for that. But yeah, man, I'm ready to rock. What's up with you, Tony?
I am. It's news to me that the WNBA is starting because it kind of snuck up on me. I saw the tweets with you guys doing a show and all that. So it's not like I'm completely blindsided. But yeah, I haven't looked into anything WNBA. I like to let that marinate for a few weeks anyway. See how it goes. Hopefully, Ionescu is able to stay healthy this year. I really enjoy watching her play.
Man.
But yeah, as far as the league, just getting ready for these game threes. Definitely have strategies involved. So enjoyed the day off yesterday with no basketball, but ready to get back at it today.
Yeah, I'm ready to get back at it, man. As my guy Ronald was saying, it was a couple of tough games, right? But we're going to get into it. It's the 2 games today. Let's get to some cash, my guys. First game, we're going to the streets of Philly here, guys. Might have to go get some Philly cheesesteaks. I don't know what I'm going to eat today, but I might have to go get some Philly cheese. No, but we got the Sixers here, 1.5 point underdogs. I mean, I don't know what to do with the line. It's right. It was at 3.5. It opened up at 6 as the favorite. It's bouncing all over the place right now, guys. So I guess this line don't really matter until right before game time, right? Hopefully Jordan's not out there starting, but Ronald, I'll be honest with you. I like Sixers here in the first half, guys. This is team down 0-2. You get max desperation here. Now, I'm staying away from them full game, right? The Heat are the much better team. They have a lot better defense as well. They're not necessarily the same team on the road, but I know that they could still sneak up here in the second half and win this game. But home teams down 0-2, man, 34-12-1 against the spread. That's good for 74%. You see what I'm saying? I think that we're cashing once again today. I took the Sixers -0.5. I believe it said -1 as well. But in that first half spot, real strong spot, if you ask me. I think these guys coming out to play, and hopefully we want to get fucking DeAndre Jordan out there, Ron. What you think? You riding with me one time?
Yeah, man. Obviously, like when I woke up this morning and the line was where it was at, it was clear that Embiid wasn't playing. And then once the news came out that he cleared concussion protocol, he participated in a shoot around, then the line shifted 1.5, I believe, right off the bat. So that's telling me there's a little they might give him the green light tonight. And for me, he's the biggest factor here in me betting this game. Obviously we've seen what they are without him, and really it's garbage. So I mean, but one thing to look at here, not thinking about Embiid here or the Sixers on the Heat side, they didn't travel well during this regular season. They're 4-9 straight up, 4-8-1 against the spread, against conference opponents on the road off a home game. So when they went from home to road in a conference game, and the reason why I did it that way in a conference position, in a conference game instead of like all just travel spots, is because you don't want to take into account when they went from like Miami to LA or Miami to Portland or whatever like that, because that's a huge travel spot there, and you don't want to get mixed up with that. So that's the reason why I did that. So they don't do well in travel spots even within the Eastern Conference. So that's one way to look at possibly fading the Heat there. The other piece here is Sixers were actually pretty strong in revenge spots this season, 17-8 straight up, 15-10 against the spread, and 15-10 to the over. And with the line where it's at right now, you're really just asking them to kind of win. Just pretty much asking them to win, and that's something that they could do. But now that you add the Embiid news, if he's out, the only way that I could look is towards the Heat full game. But if he's in, that shifts the line towards the Sixers here, and that's where I feel like I feel comfortable taking the Sixers full game. But I think first half, they should be the more motivated team, obviously. So that is like what you said. The first half towards the Sixers is a solid look there. So another thing to look at it is James Harden points props under. I took that Yet the previous game, and that hit, it was at 23.5. They moved it down to 21.5. That's another telling story that Embiid might play, because obviously Embiid's going to have the ball in his hands a little bit more and more opportunity for him to score, less for Harden. So yeah, there's that piece of it too. Nothing really official, but those are my leans. What you got going on, Tony?
Well, I mean, obviously the Embiid news is what we're all waiting for. I think he's going to play. He's been fitted for a mask. He participated in shoot around. He's cleared concussion protocols. So all that needs to happen now, that he's been upgraded to doubtful, is for him to obviously progress as the tip-off approaches. I'm expecting him to play. DraftKings has props out on him, so they're expecting him to play. 24.5 points and 10.5 rebounds, both juiced to minus 120, minus 125. Look, Embiid's been playing through the thumb thing, so I'm not worried about that. He's going to have fresh legs. He's obviously a dynamic game changer. But I think if you're going to bet the Philadelphia 76ers, you do it right now. You take that point and a half, because you're going to be laying by tip-off if Embiid is cleared and a go. If you're on the Miami Heat side, you wait and you get it closer to pick them as tip-off approaches. I also think we'll see Kyle Lowry today. He's been upgraded to questionable with a hamstring strain, has yet to debut in the series. They really haven't needed him, but that obviously will affect guys like Jay Vincent, maybe even Tyler Hero, Max Strus, and their production, because Lowry's going to be shoehorned in for minutes. But yeah, this is an interesting game because it's obviously a Philly spot in terms of getting back in the series. Jay obviously expects the motivation to be a factor in that first half. They actually were pretty good in the first half of both games. After the slow start in game one, Doc went to the zone, and they were able to get back into that game. I think they actually led in game two. So certainly, with the motivation in there, that's one way to like the Sixers. One thing I'm leery about, though, and I'm not touching this first half bet, is Embiid. How does he look? How does he get acclimated to the mask? Because it looks like he'll be wearing one early on in games. I think that the safest bet, especially since they'll refund it if he doesn't play, is Embiid going over 10.5 rebounds. I think that's a lock.
Yeah, and the way that anything is better than DeAndre Jordan. So I don't care if Embiid's rusty. I don't give a damn if he's iron mask. What the hell? Anything better than DeAndre Jordan out there, guys. I'll be honest. I'm on Sixers first half. That's my official play today. If you see DeAndre Jordan starting, don't ride with me. I mean, my money's on it. You see what I'm saying? But I would, if you're watching this and Embiid is out, and because even though Niang hadn't been playing a ton of minutes, he's been fouling out. You got to try to start Niang or something out here. You can start Paul Reed or Niang at the 5. You have to. I'm sorry. The Utah's done it before when he was over there. They've done it last year when he was out this year. You got to do something else. DeAndre Jordan better not touch the floor. Doc is at least starting to understand it. He only played, I think, 13 minutes last game. So he sees it. I can't have this guy on the floor. I don't care how much you like him. He shouldn't be out there. So Embiid has to give his team anything here, or obviously they'll go down 3-0 and get swept here. If you wanna at least try to save your season right here, Embiid has to suit up. You have to give everything here in this first quarter and first half, you ask me. And like Ronald pointed to, that he just not necessarily the same team on the road, guys. I love this team. Tony made a good point about Lowry possibly coming back. We can't forget that he's been out, but also could throw off the rotations as well with him back in there. So especially to start off this game, I'm not playing full game. I don't care. I know the whole world is on the Heat. Hey, no, honestly, I can't stand the fucking Boogies. I hope y'all smack them. But first half for me, Sixers, I played on -1/2, -1. It's up to -1.5 now. I still like it. Maybe wait on some news to just line shop, guys. This line's gonna be moving basically all day. But you see them dog for the game, favored for that first half. The books know they're gonna come out here with desperation, peak motivation. These teams not going to go down easy, especially up there in Philly, man. So let's see what happens in this one, my guys. Philly first half for me, Ronald. Any other looks on this game? Any leans on the total? And what do you think about Tony? What do you think about them having Embiid props out there?
Yeah, actually, I want to come back to a couple things both of you guys mentioned. Lowry coming back, if he does actually play, like you mentioned, it would. I feel like him coming back would affect the Miami rotation more than if Embiid coming back for Philly, and that could affect their offense. I mean, obviously you can see how the Miami has been kind of steamrolling with the offense and the lineups that they had. Lowry doesn't play the exact same way that the other point guards on the roster do. So that could definitely affect the how their momentum is going in this series. That's one thing to look at as well. The other piece is we've seen multiple times, especially during the playoffs,
Mhm.
the full game dogs and then are the halftime favorites, and we've seen how that has gone the few times that it has happened in these playoffs. So it is sort of a telling story there. That's just what I want to add to that.
Gotcha. Yeah, my guy in the chat, my guy Swain said he got the shirt on. Put the shirt on and let's cash. You did say, but Tony, any other thoughts on this one, my brother? Any thoughts on the total?
I mean, I was a big proponent of betting the over in games 1 and 2. In game 1, it burned me because the Heat and Sixers, I think, combined shot 15 of 70 from three. It was disgusting to watch, especially since I had a bunch of people riding with me on $9 Monday at Wager Talk. So disheartening to lose a game when you're seeing the possessions add up, the pace is where it needs to be, and the execution is the only thing lacking. And it ended up going under by 11 points to the point where my numbers told me the same, go over in game 2. But my heart wasn't in it because at that point, if I'm wrong, I'm not going to be wrong twice in a row. But of course, in that game 2, it goes over substantially and comfortably. So my lean to this with Joel Embiid back, I think it's actually going to be harder to score because the way he clogs the paint will make life much more difficult for Miami defensively. And a little less small ball, even though George Niang went for 10 from 3-point range in those first 2 games and really wasn't a factor. But totals wise, I think the number's right, and I would probably lean towards the over, but I'm not as gung-ho about it as I was in games 1 and 2 in Miami. I love the Embiid rebounding prop, 10.5. And then as far as a secondary scorer, do you trust James Harden or do you trust Tyrese Maxey more? Their numbers identical, 20.5. Points. I right now would take Maxey. James Harden just looks like more of a distributor in this offense. Probably ends up being more of that with Embiid back. So Maxey is the one guy that can really turn the corner on Miami. I would take the over on his point total at 20.5 points.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. My guy Zeno in the chat, I appreciate you for that $20 tip as well. My guy Revenant as well, man. Let's get some cash today. And role players play a lot better at the house, guys. So expect some of these guys to come out here and really start to get hot from it. Like I say, at the house, you got the energy behind you. The home crowd, we know the Sixers home crowd is pretty crazy over there, guys. So let's see what happens in this one. I could see Harden and Maxey having a little bit better game in this one, guys. Let's go. It's only 2 games today. Let's go to the other one, my guys. Let's go over here to the streets of Dallas real quick. So I'm saying we got the Mavs here +1 versus the Suns. Man, should have brought Rob on the show one time, man. But obviously it's a bad matchup for my Mavs, man. You gotta keep it real with yourself. You see what I'm saying? So I'm staying away from this game. I don't have anything on it. I would lean Mavs first quarter here, though, guys, with the desperation spot. They probably what the Suns do, right? They could possibly come out lackluster. Now the Mavs covered the first quarter in the first half last game. You see what I'm saying? Even on the road in Phoenix. So just think about it. If they could take the lead, take a 5-point lead in a halftime on the road in Phoenix. They showed you they come back with a lot better effort. It's just full game. Obviously, they're hunting Luka. He's not necessarily the greatest defender. It's just they have to keep him on the floor because he's so good offensively, guys. So I'd be looking at Mavs first quarter, first half. I'm staying away from the full game here, Ronald.
Yeah, for this one, when I was capping this game, like I told you guys before the show, I don't like either of these games today. There's no clear edge right now. If you're betting this game, you're simply betting. I mean, trend wise, both sides are getting support for straight up and against the spread. One thing to know is the Mavs have just been so dominant on the under during the regular season at home, 31-13 at home to the under. And even a better percentage if you're playing a playoff contending team, like a team with a winning record. To me, I got burnt twice already on the under in the series because I thought both teams' defenses were going to play well. Obviously, the pace was going towards the under in game 2. The Phoenix Suns really just shot extremely well. They made contested shots. Obviously, they had some points in the paint that were pretty easy, but some of the 3-point shots that were going in, from like 25, 27 feet. They were going in and like with not, just straight net, all net. Like they were just really on fire that day. And I don't know if that could continue on the road here in Dallas. And so to me, I would look towards the under once again. And if I get burnt a third time, I think I'm done with the unders here. But that would be the only way that I could look with, especially with the Mavs being at home. The other thing that I've been riding was Brunson under points. Obviously, we looked at Brunson in the first series against Utah, and he pretty much scored 23 plus every game in that series. And you come over to the Phoenix Suns, who have a better team defense, and you also got a CP who's a more physical defender that could play up with a Jalen Brunson. And he's not Mike Conley at all. If you watch that first series, Brunson was taking Conley down to the post. He was posting up. You were seeing 2 point guards getting post up. So that he's not going to be able to do it against the CP in this series, and I think it's going to continue to be that way. His point props has gone down to 18.5, I believe. So to me, that's also a telling story that he probably continues to struggle scoring the ball, but maybe he can distribute to Kleber on the outside or Finney Smith to hit those open threes for the Mavs to maybe make some impact in this series. But to me, that it would be the under in this game specifically. Tony, what's up?
Well, I'm on the over in this game because I, like you, was burned with the under in games 1 and 2, and I've learned my lesson. Yeah, look, the Mavericks played 33 3-pointers in games 1 and 2, and they're going back to the house. So I think that they'll be comfortable shooting the ball. Phoenix is going to be comfortable shooting the ball. They shot 24 for 53, and Devin Booker looked more like himself in game 2 than he had, since that injury. So it's looking like the old book is back. And look, I mean, like I said, I'm right there with you. I took game 2 off just to kind of sit back and see what really was going on without a betting interest in the game. But game 1, I fully expected that game to go under, and it simply didn't. And in game 2, there was an under pace until the fourth quarter where the Suns broke out 40, and the Mavericks were just short of 30. So like that game went clear over. Both games in this series have now topped 230 points, 238 in game 2, 235 in game 1. We're getting 218.5, I think, is the last number I saw. So unless both teams really go into a very long lapse where they're not scoring or hitting the 3 ball, I think there's value in the number going by going over it because of those expectations that we had for it. But clearly both teams are locked in and not really fearing one another's defense. I think one surprise out of that Utah-Dallas series was the Jazz really struggled to score against the Mavericks defense, with no shot blocker in there. I mean, they're playing Kleber as a 5 after Dwight Powell. DeAndre Ayton got into foul trouble in game 2, and it still didn't slow down the Suns. So I think that if the Mavs win, it'll be a shootout. Give me the over tonight.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this, boy, if Bullock keeps shooting like that, boy, motherfucker was balling out there, man. But I don't care, man. Hey, I'll be honest, I can't stand watching the Suns play, man. They're a great team. I personally bet them to bet the West, to win the West, but I just can't stand the way they bait fouls and try to get the reps all over. So I can't stand it. But it's a new age NBA. That CP3 came over there, man, and now Booker's doing it. Crowder does it. Everybody, man. So it's tough to watch. It's his birthday. I can't stand the guy though, man. But it's all good, man. Let's talk about some shirts. I'm just trying to get some cash though, right? So I didn't bet the game. Now, the last thing I'll say on it though, Suns land 6 at the house now, and then the Mavs land 1. Man, the line's all over it. So I'm just saying, even the bookmakers kind of expect the Mavs here to have a strong output, and they're -2 for they're +1 for the full game, -2 on that first half, and -1.5 for the first quarter, my guys. So even the books expecting Mavs to come out with here something hot. Let's talk about I'd rather talk about some shirts, man. We got plenty of shirts over there on the website. Go ahead. It's the only place you can get the official J Money is Money shirts. You see what I'm saying? JMoneyIsMoney.com. Either DM me on Twitter or just go check out the website. It's a lot more easier over there. Jay and Shark shirts, $10 off right now. Smack Cities Got to get some more of those black ones, man. Us against the bookies in 3 different colors. Let's get some cash as well in 3 different colors. Small up to 3XL, man. I appreciate everybody for the support. Now, man, some free NBA picks as always. Don't forget about that 40-day all access pass over there at Wager Talk, guys. It usually was $299, but you get a $100 discount right now, and you get an extra 10 days of plays. You see what I'm saying? That's $238 discount. Go check them out over there at Wager Talk. And WNBA show coming up. We'll have some special promo codes for Ronald and Ski Profit as well. But guys, let's get to the free picks. Tony, what you got going over there at Wager Talk, and what are you liking on today's card, my brother?
Oh, well, we'll have there's a package already out there for the NBA, and I'll have all of my client plays in that. And including the free pick that I'll give out on the show here, there will probably be some baseball packages, USFL game late tonight. I'll give you that because on the USFL show, it was my free play. So if you guys want to check out the USFL show, you'll get everybody's free plays on that is on that panel. I like the under tonight in the game that they're playing at 10 o'clock start. So if you're not doing anything around 1 o'clock in the morning, you'll be sweating out and under with me. Look, tonight, give me Spencer Dinwiddie over 11.5 points as my free play on the Mavs Suns game. He's really struggled. So, he's definitely anxious to get back out there in Dallas. Phoenix held him in Phoenix to just 8 and 11 points. I think he outperforms that in this game 3. The number's 11.5. Go over, juicing at -106 at FanDuel.
I like it. Ronald, let them know what you got going over there at Sports Memo, and any what you like on today's card, my brother.
Yeah, like you mentioned, we're gonna do that WNBA show later, and I'm gonna have some plays up for the first day today, opening day. And I'll have a promo there, so you guys catch that show later on. I think, what was it, 2 o'clock? No, 12 noon Pacific, right?
Yeah.
So that's gonna be there.
3 p.m. Eastern.
3 p.m. Eastern. Yep. So that's gonna be there, and then I might have a MLB play. I'm not 100% sure yet. I don't have anything up on my site yet. I usually wait until I get a lot more information. And as far as the NBA today, I told you guys I don't really like any of the sides or the totals like completely. So me doing a prop bet as a free play, Mavs first half. Mavs first half. There it is.
No, it ain't Mavs first half. It's Sixers first half.
Philly first half.
Both of them
Philly first half.
Hey,
Philly first half. Hey, Philly first half. That was one of them. But the other thing is James Harden under points. With Embiid, if Embiid does actually come back, that's going to affect him even more offensively. They're gonna focus on Embiid, and he's already been struggling to score or even go over the point props that he's been on. I think it's been 12 straight unders on his point props at this point. I think that continues to go under. So yeah, James Harden under points props and Philly the first half. And if I might do something with Dallas. I'm not 100% sure yet, but for sure James Harden under points.
Got you. Hey, I didn't bet Sixers first quarter, guys, but I do like it. But first half, give me the first half here, guys, because obviously if the Sixers not up in first quarter or the first half, they have no chance in this game. You can't get down to the Heat and try to come back. You see what I'm saying? Give me the Sixers here. I'm going to get a Philly cheesesteak right now. You see what I'm saying? With some fries. I don't want onions. No, sub the onions for the jalapenos. You see what I'm saying? And light on the cheese, man. Don't be putting all that damn cheese on. Philly cheesesteaks, you're going to go get them right now, man. First half, -1, except -1.5. So I say wait, guys. The line's going to be moving all over the place. You can get a -1 first half, man. If not, just lay the -125 on the money line. Philly cheesesteaks, first half. Heavy lean to first quarter as well. Heavy lean to Mavs first quarter, guys. Personal play for me, Mavs first quarter -1.5. You can do what you want. It's fanboy shit, so that's not official. That's just me, but I do think that's the top play of the game. Heavy lean Mavs first half as well, guys. Come and check out the WNBA show, man. My first time hosting a WNBA show. I'm pumped. I got a nice little play today, and I'm trying to cash it, man. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Come back and check us out 3 p.m. Eastern. WNBA Talk with Jay, man. Y'all hit the like button, subscribe. It's us against the books. We will win today, man. Let's get some cash. We're back tomorrow.